we would like to speak a little bit about Joanne now. It is with deep sadness that we share the news of Joanne Spring's passing. She was a beloved and dedicated educator who profoundly impacted our community. Joanne's journey with Monrovia Unified School District began in 1965, and her legacy is one of passion, dedication, and unwavering commitment to education. Joanne first taught at Santa Fe when it was an elementary school and transitioned to Wild Rose when Santa Fe became a middle school. At Wild Rose, she thrived under the mentorship of Don Montgomery, forming a professional friendship that lasted until Don's passing. In 1978, she earned her master's degree and administrative credential, taking on the dual role of assistant principal and second grade teacher at Wild Rose. Her leadership skills were recognized and she was appointed principal of Monroe Elementary in 1986. Her tenure at Monroe was considered a golden age for the school, remembered fondly by staff and students alike. Joanne's love for education and her community is evident in everything that she did. But as they say on TV, but wait, there's more. And I believe Joanne's true calling came after she retired. I'm going to go off and just speak about my friend. One of the best things that ever happened to Monrovia was the day that Joanne decided that she wanted to retire and she could dedicate almost her entire existence of waking moments to making sure that the kids in this community were able to read. And it didn't just matter if you were 2 or 3 or 10 or 12 or 15 or 70. They were all children who needed to learn how to read, no matter what your age was. We started a group back in 2000 called Monrovia Reads. And the best thing that happened is when we left that meeting, when it was all being created, Joanne Spring had turned in her retirement papers and she agreed to spearhead and become the heart and soul of Monrovia Reads. Now, Joanne was also known for a number of things. One of them is she could bake some really good cookies. And Joanne Spring brought to our very first fundraiser a couple dozen cookies. And those cookies have become a part of legend. And the amount of money that has been raised for literacy because of Joanne's cookies. Joanne's cookies have probably raised over $30,000. The last thing that Joanne did, over the years, I've held a few positions in this community, and I always counted on Joanne's common sense and her friendship and her loyalty when seeking her advice. She was a confidant for me. And many times I would call her in the afternoon or in the evening, or call Jim, is Joanne in? I have a question. And Joanne never, ever refused the time to take to answer a question. One of the last times I had a trip to her front room was I asked her a favor to sign some papers so that we could put Measure MM on the ballot. And it wasn't just come on over, Rob, you can do that. It was, tell me all about it, because she wanted to know all the details of what was going into MM. And so I did. Sat in the front room, and at the end, she took the pen and signed her name onto the petition for an argument in favor. Joanne never refused to help the Monrovia Unified School District or the community of Monrovia. Joanne is at peace right now, and it's those of us who are left behind that wrap ourselves in the memory of a true friend and a champion of our community. And for as long as I live, and I know that there's hundreds of people that were in our schools that she worked with that will have the same high opinion of her, and you'll count yourself lucky the day that you met Joanne Spring. So to the entire Spring family, my heartfelt condolences to you. Thank you for sharing your mother. Thank you for sharing your mother-in-law. Thank you for sharing your grandmother with us, because we were truly the recipient of a great person. Thank you.